This is Django 1911. Hello and welcome to my channel. We're going to be taking a quick look at this knife. This is the copy of the Spyderco Civilian. Spyderco Civilian was actually a law enforcement, what do you call this? People from law enforcement wanted something designed so that they can carry something on their person in places where they were not allowed to carry their firearms. They asked Spyderco to design them something, and Spyderco came up with this, the Spyderco Civilian. This Spyderco Civilian copy is probably made of a lower steel. I would want to say that it's a 9CR18 MOV, but it's probably a lower 8CR16 MOV, or if there's something, if any, I'm just guessing on the numbers. Or it could probably well be a 9CR18 MOV, and that steel is already capable. The design in itself, in the authentic, has a disclaimer in the box that says, do not use this, or this is not meant to be used for anything else. Don't use this to cut wood, don't use this to cut anything else besides soft tissue. It was designed to inflict the greatest damage in the most compact form. The blade reaches into this tip to maximize its reach. The grind, check it on the other side. The grind is going to one side. You know, it's not that it's not centered. That is centered. However, the grind of the blade, the tip of the blade, there's not much grinding on the tip of the blade here as compared to the other side, wherein it tapers more on this side. This is where they got the material to taper, going into a solid side this way. The hollow grind still starts from the middle part here. And this is a thin knife, very easy to conceal. Even though the blade is quite long, it is also a little bit fragile because there's that tip here. You're probably gonna break it somewhere here if you jam it into something that's really hard enough. Overall feel of the knife is a bit long and thin, but solid. The backlock system, you can give credit to the backlock system for that. It adds to the rigidity of the frame. But you know, backlock not done right, there's gonna be lots of gaps. This one is clean. See, focus. Not done right, you would see some gaps here, or the uniformity of the finish. it would greatly show if it's not uniform. This one is uniform and very, the grinds on the edges, on the ridges I mean, they're very definite. Solid lock. Authentic would be Seki, ground from Seki City, Japan, and it will be a VG10. But this one, no, it's not a VG10, but it's already good. I mean, all the characteristics you'd want for it to be a throwaway, you know, throwaway knife that you would actually use. Hopefully not. It would be used as a last resort for self-defense. This is the main purpose of this knife, and hopefully not for any offense. That's why you would want to carry this, so that you can just defend yourself. First talon, and the talon, even on a talon grip, it just feels right on a talon grip because your fingers would rest into that indent. See, they've thought about that indent because it would rest there, so it really feels good here. See, it's just tight here. It will not be taken off your hands easy because your fingers are resting where it should be, tight. Very nice design on that part for this grip. Here, still the same. This is just a little hot spot there for the grip, but due to the thinness, it really feels good on the hand. Spyderco Civilian. Copy. Civilian copy. Let's check out how heavy this guy is. I'm betting it's really light. Not light, but just enough that you will not be noticing it for long periods of carry. 4.9 ounces. 0.30 pounds, 140 grams, 0.140 kilograms, 4.9 ounces. Perfect. Just, I'd carry this, no problem. It's on this side, it's just thin, but this wide lengthwise, it's widthwise, it's just resting on your pocket, and it's tipped down, so you don't accidentally open this on the way up, because that would be bad when you draw it. And this one is open, so it's tipped down carry, the pocket clip here, so when you grab this, it's just secured on there. It's nicer that way. I prefer it, although there's a provision so that you can carry it tip up here. I'm not gonna be messing with that, since I prefer a tip down carry. So how sharp are you? Spyderco Civilian model. And coming from China, it's not just this one. I mean, there are lots of copies of the Civilian model, and some of them are nice, some of them are really low end. This one is the nice, it belongs into the nice category, nicer, finer pattern. Check the G10, it's got that fine pattern. Some of them have the bigger pattern. It's not as, the build quality is not as good, but this one is okay. So how sharp are you? Spyderco Civilian copy. This is not as sharp. It seems to want to bite there. I've cornered one. And that serration seems to be sharp. Yeah, the tip. Wow, the tip is super sharp. This it's probably because of the shape. It's cornering it, like hooking the paper. See? That's sharp. That tip is sharp, and it's the angle on how you enter the paper. And I'm sure if this is soft tissue, it's just gonna be slicing through it like butter. So very effective, this design. It acts as a leverage. I wouldn't want to use this on anyone or anything unless that anything or anyone is wanting to hurt me. If that's the case, well then, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Stand your ground and fight if you don't have any other course of action. But even if the slightest, I can take a chance and just diffuse the situation, just go the other way and just enjoy life for the next day, I take that. But if you've got no choice, that's why you're just staying prepared. Kind of. Oh well. So there you have it, folks. That's the copy of the Spyderco Civilian. And I hope you liked the video. Stay tuned for more. I'd be doing more reviews. And as always, I'll be seeing you guys the next time.